Thank you, gentlemen. The 80 carry champions definitely still reigning supreme here in this competition. We have one more match left for you all this evening, so let's hear it for our combatants on the blue side. For Team Ice, representing the Commonwealth of Independent States, he raised his donger at IWCA. Will we see it again? It's Dimajke! And his opponent on the red side for Team Fire, the League of Legends Master Series with the most assists in summer 2015. But today he's looking for the kill. It's Olleh! Now don't forget to feed the poros on your way to glory.
Joke's on them, Dash. They didn't get those biscuits to feed him to.
Very true. You can feed him wards.
That's true.
Just
Is
eat
that
this.
count as cruelty?
Probably.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with yes.
To be fair, though, when poros explode, they explode into more poros, so then it's just kind of happiness all around.
Basically mitosis at that point. It's like, boom! Cell division. Got it.
Yeah, at the highest level. But
either that or perfected clone.
Enough about the science of poros. We're going to talk a little bit about Dimajke versus Olleh here. Brand is off the table.
Come on, Heimerdinger. Give me a Heimerdinger matchup. If I remember rightly, it was Dimajke's Heimerdinger into Carbon, and Carbon, I think, was playing Kennen, and Heimerdinger had to win, and it was basically all said and done, and then he basically just lost because he got stunned by a Kennen. It was a really underwhelming end.
Yeah. But it was an exciting game. And they left Lucian up. It seems more likely. We might have yet another mirror, but Olleh, for whatever reason, decides Morgana is something to hover.
No, don't go Morg. You don't have enough damage on the pool early to actually push it through. A lot of people were saying, why wouldn't you go Morg? A lot of damage, Not in the early levels. You really have to get a good amount of AP to actually make that push. So you have to basically go flat AP from your runes and then just take as much damage as you can, and then you can push. Against Solution, it actually doesn't matter, because he's going to be like, great, use your pool on your minions, goodbye half your damage.
Well, the problem with trying to play the CS game is, it gives away the strategy, it limits your options, because the opponent knows you're not going to try and kill him.
The one thing Morg will have, and it looks like we will get a Morgana locked in here, is a lot of crowd control. So once you get past 6, you do have the damage, you do have the Dark Binding that is going to lock people down.
True.
I just wonder whether Dimajke is going to take too much control early on in this game, because I don't think Morgana can respond to the damage output that Lucian has.
Not only that, but it's going to be so hard to nail him with those skill shots. We've been seeing it time and time again whenever Lucian's come out on Howling Abyss, that he dashes, he dips, he dives, he dodges away from just about everything. And unless it's just a point blank, it's going to be so hard for this Morgana to really trade effectively.
Oh yeah, very difficult, as you mentioned. You will have the dash.
It's more related to what Olleh wants to play anyway, so he's trying to stick to his guns.
Yeah, I guess it's not a bad pick. I just think this matchup isn't a particularly great one, especially when you consider that to actually get on top of him with the ultimate post 6, it will be kind of tough. You have to kind of wait.
Well, he might die in the middle of the channel too. I mean, his Black Shield's not going to be effective at all.
Yeah, and you just kind of hope that Lucian dashes towards you, which is not going to happen all that often. Unless he's going to kill you. Unless he's right about to kill you.
That's a good unless, to be honest. But it's going to be really, really hard. He might just hang on to that and just try to continually Tormented Soil farm. I would max that first. I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. But, this is going to be an interesting thought experiment. See how it pans out.
It's also Cleanse for Dimajke. But Flash for Olleh. Olleh can flash in with the ultimate. Oh, Olleh. Yeah, this is the danger of going.
But if he wants to do that, why wouldn't he have just gone like Annie or something?
Olleh throws up the Team Fire logo for you with just about 2 range out from your auto attacks. But this is our last 1 versus 1.
Likes to live dangerously.
First time we're seeing Morg here.
Yeah.
Corrupting Potion as well.
It is an interesting start. Well, to be fair, I mean, if we anticipate what he's trying to do and just sustain the lane, continuously farm it out with the Tormented Soil, this makes sense.
Yeah, I really want to watch this level 1 to see exactly level 1. As if this is Summoner's Rift.
Well, we can get like the level 2, level 3 as well.
But look at the damage that Dimajke is not taking from Tormented Soil at level 1.
All of it, you mean?
Now he has the push because he's already 2 minions up, and now Dimajke just changed the Piercing Light onto the 3 of them, gets the whole wave, and now Olleh is not going to be able to match that level 2. I think the tower is probably going to kill the last minion right as the wave hits, so he should be okay, but the Dimajke continues the damage. down onto that front row of minions.
Yeah. Olleh's starting to chase a little bit. He actually does trade decently with the auto attacks, but Dimajke is always going to be able to do a little bit better than that. Dashes forward, relentless pursuit at level 2. Olleh zoned off.
Yeah, Olleh doesn't have Dark Binding available yet. That is the one thing that Dimajke now has to be aware of, is if he steps out from beside the minion wave, he is just going to get bound up, and then Olleh will be able to return some damage, but not if he throws it into the minions. That's going to waste a lot of mana if that keeps happening.
Yep. Double tap, dashes over. He knows he's got the time to do it. However, the minion aggro is starting to get a little strong for Dimajke. Doesn't trade effectively there.
Yeah, not an effective trade at all. And you know, Dimajke with the Grasp of the Undying is going to be happy to just take these trades because Olleh is not going to have the sustain. The Corrupting Potion has no charges left. So pretty much done with that first buy on the potion. Dimajke is lower on the health, though.
He's still got his biscuit, though. That's the other scary thing about this. And now if Dimajke can go forward, he's going to look for it. Olleh, no! He's able to secure it. And he gets Dimajke dark bound for his trouble, too.
Yeah, you can see, though, Dimajke and Olleh right now trading just back and forth on the damage. Olleh is really bound by his mana. That is one of the biggest problems now. He's completely out, so cannot really answer this. Look at it, only 9 CS to the 22 now of Dimajke. Dimajke seems to have been training with Kira on this 1 versus 1 scenario. Make sure they get as many players into the second round as they can. They already have 2 for the CIS team.
Well, if it'd be a third one off this one, I mean, very good showing for the CIS so far at the 1v1 tournament. Been impressed.
It would be. It would be a very, very good showing. I think they may actually have more players through than any other region. I'd have to double check that.
Well, and you know, it's almost guaranteed because we've got two Koreans going up against each other tomorrow, obviously.
Yeah.
This is very impressive.
Yeah, I think, is it Korea that would have them 3 players through? Yeah. I actually think they only have
no,
2.
they only have 2. It's just Prey and Madlife because Faker got beat.
How about LPL? Uzi's through?
Koros through, and
through.
Rookie.
Okay, so LPL do
has
have 3 on a technicality of Uzi getting the bye, but it's okay.
Yes.
It's fine. You know, it's
Yeah, you know, it's random. It's okay.
yeah, it's all good.
Hashtag definitely not random.
So 28 CS to 18 now. Now we're seeing Olleh with a little bit of AP from that Doran's ring.
And he's able to get a bit back because that was free farm right now. But Dimajke still has this massive CS lead. He bought himself another Doran's Blade because that wasn't enough swords. He got a long sword as well. Still sitting on the biscuit. He's got the sustain. Once he hits 6, Olleh's got to watch out for a face full of culling.
Yeah, as a reminder on this specific iteration of Howling Abyss is not the same as the ARAM map quite. You are limited to 2 Doran's items. Look at this trade from Dimajke.
Yeah.
Right around the back of the minion.
Dodges everything. He keeps going. He wants to try and end this right now. Relentless Pursuit, the double tap, not enough damage. If he had the culling, he might have pulled it off.
And really importantly, the reason Dimajke put himself in that position is he was forcing the flash from Olleh. He knows that Olleh cannot walk away because he'll just take too many autos, so he has to force him to walk a little bit and then flash as far as possible rather than just allowing him to walk backwards. So Dimajke now has both of his summoners still available, still has the cleanse and the exhaust, and the flash is now not available for Morgana. She cannot engage at 6 without Dimajke making a big, big mistake.
Well, even a big mistake might not be the end for Dimajke here. He has got so much going for him and a whopping 18 CS differential. He takes the Dark Binding, doesn't even use the cleanse. That's how confident he is that he is completely safe.
Yeah, he's got Biscuits, got Grasp of the Undying, has the double Dorans as well, so he knows he's fine. Health Relic, I believe, is due back up just underneath him in a couple of seconds.
He's got culling.
So at this point, Dimajke is trying to beat Olleh to his own, but forces Olleh to actually take that at full health. So all it's going to do is give him a little bit of mana back.
Not really able to push into him, but again, he's on track to easily win this on CS, and Olleh just doesn't seem to have a game plan going here beyond trying to continuously farm this one out. Culling comes out, Dimajke takes a lot of damage, the Soul Shackles are on, but he relentlessly retreats.
Yeah, literally just one E gets him away from that. Doesn't have to use anything else, doesn't let it bind and then uses Cleanse to get out, just completely dodges his way away. Rejuvenation Bead has come out for Olleh as well. And that is not going to do a lot. These fights, or at least the trades from Dimajke, are too frequent that a Rejuvenation Bead is not doing enough. Realistically, it's giving him a little bit of health regen, but rather than reducing the amount of damage done, Olleh is just continuously taking damage again and again and again, and it just won't make up for that kind of harassment.
Yeah, I mean, the farm is starting to get just almost too easy for Dimajke here. Wards down. He's not even going to try to finish farming this up. He's just going to buy even more time for the next waves to start arriving. All he's going to have to back just because he's half on his mana.
Yeah, and you know, this is just Dimajke knowing what he has to do in this situation. Again, all he's got to do, play slightly defensively with the Null Magic Mantle, looking for the Hex Drinker, then just out-farm. At this point, he's managed to manipulate the wave by keeping those creeps alive, that it's now continuing to push in towards him. He won't use any spells here, and is just going to farm the wave out. It is ever so slightly pushing still in towards Dimajke. Did, however, auto, so he has to kind of answer the Tormented Soil, otherwise it will push the wave back into Olleh's favor.
More damage pushed on Olleh, who has to take his health relic once again, but huge CS lead continues here. Olleh just cannot get in to do much more than send out a singular spell, just using the Tormented Soil, and every time he gets any closer than that, Dimajke's gonna punish him.
And it doesn't have enough AP to do a considerable amount more other than try and make the wave bounce. That's really all it's doing right now.
That's gotta sting. It is such a huge CS lead here. And there's the Coleman.
Oh,
Olleh
he
takes
gets so
half
many
of it.
shots.
The minions keep on blocking. They get fired down even further. There we go. It's very close. If he had not get bound up there, he might have been able to take an even bigger bite out of his health bar. But Olleh is just running out of options fast.
I mean, the CIS team really have put a lot of focus on this 1v1 tournament.
Yeah, this
You know,
is their event, man.
I mean, it brought them to the dance here at Full Start. And Dimajke certainly looks confident in this kind of matchup. Very confident, throws out the Team Ice banner again.
He really has been using that quite a lot. But 26 CS, he's got that lead. He's never been in any real danger. The closest he's come when he dashed point blank into Olleh and he got a face full of Dark Binding, but really hasn't been too much of a problem for him. Olleh's got a little bit of a health advantage now. He's just going to try to force him off with a few autos, but they just don't do enough. Dark Binding is going to hit. No cleanse still. Olleh's going in. Exhaust is on. He's going to go ahead and cleanse the chains.
Yeah, there's the double summoners. Will completely reduce what Olleh was trying to do there. But that was a good amount of damage.
Oh!
Binding landed.
Dimajke is so low, but Olleh can't go in.
Oh, the Tormented Soil had already been used. Oh, that's so painful. That actually would have been it from Olleh. One misplay out of Dimajke. It's not enough to turn the matchup around, unfortunately, for Olleh, as now Dimajke was able to back and has picked up the Hex Drinker as well. No potions with it. I believe he's waiting. Actually goes Vamp Scepter. So we'll have that little bit extra damage and have the lifesteal coming from it. Olleh on the other side, still just under 20 CS down in this matchup. He has to somehow go all in, but he's gone the defensive route, picking up the Seeker's Arm Guard.
Yeah.
It's not going to help him. He needs to stack. It's not really going to come up. Yes, it means he'll take less damage, but Dimajke won't be looking for an all-in now.
No, he doesn't need to anymore. He only needs 17 CS, but if he gets an opening, he might just do it. Goes on forward. He's standing in the soil. He doesn't care at all. Olleh takes a ton of damage off the back of the culling. Minions keep on falling down. Dimajke knows he's got this one in the bag. It's all about cashing it at the bank.
However, one binding now that Cleanse is down means flash into the Morgana ultimate for the Soul Shackles and the Tormented Soil to follow up. So, if Olleh can manage to land a binding, there is still a chance. There is still one last hope for him. We're on 91 CS. Within the next wave and a half, he has to hit a Dark Binding and go all in. He's on a ward. Dimajke, ooh, playing it a little bit risky, but knew he had the E.
Close to the vest there. Dimajke returns fire, and Olleh is still forced back. Has to wait for the Dark Bind to come back off cooldown, but he is running out of options. 3 CS is all that separates Dimajke for another CIS win for Team Ice. Olleh is going for it. The back's going. He's playing with them. He didn't send it out. Didn't have the confidence. And that might be the end.
Yeah, I think that actually is it now, because what happens next is Olleh flash ults onto Dimajke, and Dimajke just focuses the minions. I don't think Olleh has enough damage without Ignite. Here's the flash into the ult.
He's gonna manage to land the chains, however, but does he have any return fire damage? Tormented Soil's down. Olleh's tanking minion damage as well. The Hex Drinker pops. He just needs 1, 2, 3. That's all it's gonna be, and the Poros pop. Another win for CIS.
Impressive performance in the first round by the CIS team, and they have put themselves 3 members for Team Ice through to the round of 16 just from the CIS region.
The 1v1, the wild cards are definitely not the weakest link this time around. We already know now what's moving on to the next round, and this is going to be a fantastic 1v1 tournament already.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot of interesting matchups in the next round. Kasa Clearlove, Kira Bjergsen. That one actually is like my highlight.
Well, and a lot of cool potential ones too.
Oh yeah, cool potential ones, and we're looking forward. But Kira Bjergsen is gonna really be like, this is possibly the winner of the entire thing.
Yeah. And we don't want to give away too much of the bracket, even though we just saw all of it. So we're going to go ahead and let the analyst desk take it away for now.
All right. And CIS is 3-2.
Yes, and we're
All
back,
right,
Frigard. Yeah, I was just talking
Sorry.
about.
I'm just going over the stats, man. Sorry, go ahead.
On and
please.
off,
Go
always
ahead.
talking.
Yeah, so I got all the stats for how all the regions are doing. NA's 3-2, Europe's 3-2, China's 3-1, Korea's 2-3, LMS 0-4. Really hurting us here in Team Fire. And CIS, right? Like the international wildcard's 3-2. Like just like how they got here in the first place with Kier crushing 1v1, winning record for the wildcards.
Definitely. And with that, a lot of victories for ICE today.
Yeah,
in that
of course.
landslide of 1v1 victories, there was one we'd like to highlight, though. It was in the matchup of Reckless versus Score, Kennen versus Lucian. It was a pretty good matchup. Who wants to take this, Defisho?
Yeah, let's just roll the clip. Obviously, Reckless right now is behind in CS, and it looks like it's really bad for him. But he does get the stun, and he has all the minions hitting on Score as well. So stun, minions, just enough for him to win. He's one of the guys we're really expecting to go really far in this one.
Yeah.
He really wants to win. So
Everything.
I was getting disappointed already at the start when he was falling behind.
Plus, I like his bands. Bands
Don't
out.
point that gun at me. That's all right.
This is not sideways.
He banned out Fnatic, so
FNC.
you know, representing some pride there for Reckless.
Yeah, same thing. Kasing actually banned his team tag as well. I actually
Right.
now forget. I think it was VIT.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tower.
Yeah, it was Victor, Aurelia, Twisted Fate. So yeah, he was banning team tags.
And
for
amazing
European
pick,
guys.
Volibear.
Yeah. But
Hey,
I think,
if
wasn't
you
it your
wait.
fault?
No.
Was it your fault?
Yeah, I was talking to him. I was like, come on, you just got to represent for the junglers. You know, beat him with a jungle
And he's
champion.
like, oh, great idea.
There's no greater disrespect than being beat by a jungle champion in a 1v1 match. It's like, you got to go all, you just have to go all in at level 3. And he missed his spot there when he
Tell
had
me
the
more.
Zora.
Tell me more about that great disrespect of winning with Kindred.
Yes, the jungle champion.
Man, those junglers sure know how to put in the insult.
In any case,
That's
let's
what-
take a look at the bracket, Kobe. There we go.
Okay, well, I'm looking at it. What do you got for me?
Yeah, what you got?
Well, you can pick whatever you want. But in any case, there's a lot of victories for ICE, and there's also a lot of possibilities for ICE to making it to the top 8.
Yeah, so ICE have 3 guaranteed top 8s, and Fire have exactly 1 in the Bravest Mad Life matchup. Also, in the entire the whole right-hand side of the bracket, Doublelift and Aftermath are the only Team Fire guys left.
Yeah.
So if they can't hold it down, there's a guaranteed 2 top 4s right there for ICE. Just gotta represent for NA, man.
Yeah, we got to see what happens. I mean, it's definitely possible. Any other trends? The Anivia versus Anivia matchup was actually it was cool. No, I think we
It
saw
was
some
fun
good
to watch
intricacies.
because it was very cool to see how both were trying to like always deny CS by letting that stun, so you missed like 1 or 2 CS.
Yeah.
Also, Faker did technically kill Froggen twice.
Yeah.
Technically,
You're using that
not
wrong.
kill Froggen.
Technically, he did not kill him anyway.
Technically did not kill him.
Literally not the meaning of the word
Froggen used the
technically.
passive really well
Yeah.
because every time Faker killed him, he lost he lost so many minions.
So
because Faker was like hitting him.
people using that excuse, like Froggen knows that Anivia
Yeah, it
has
was
this
smart.
passive.
Are you aware?
This is a core part of Anivia as
I don't
a
think he's
champion.
ever played an Anivia before.
No, it's first
I think
time.
that was probably the first time.
He knew he was going for the
I mean,
CS
he ran
game the whole
AD in
time.
Anivia, come
He
on,
had
he
attack
doesn't know what
speed
he's
and
doing.
attack damage runes for Anivia. Froggen knew what he was doing. He's going for the CS win. Faker.
I was trying to praise
Faker
Froggen.
fans can take solace in the fact that he did egg him twice and it looks way cooler, but the way to win 1
Technically.
versus 1 is not with flashy plays. The way to win 1 versus 1 is a little bit more boring.
Well, in Anivia versus Anivia, where it's practically impossible to kill someone through A because your cooldowns are all down. Yeah, so yeah, Froggen played it right. Good for him.
Yeah. We learned a lot about the Bird versus Bird matchup, and there are still 100 points on the line today. Good for Team Fire, at least when we return. Korea is going to take on the players from the CIS Interregional matchup. Keep it tuned right here. The action picks up in 3.5.
Is fresh AD good? I don't know.
Kasing then goes and dashes in. Double exhaust is down. There's the vault up, forcing the barrier. Ziv is low, and that's it. But he doesn't want to get it.
Here we go.
Trouble. Exhaust is down. One more shot, and Lift comes up with the win. He wants to finish this up. Can he do it? The stun, the outplay. Koro's healing up. Forgot all about that one.
Oh, he got it!
He's gonna be able to land it, and Koro takes the win.
The snowball thing like you throw and then you like jump to them?
No. That's so true.
Oh, he got the tower
He got a tower shot. This might make all the difference in the world as Aframu's speeding himself away, but maybe not. Ignite's taking Crush for the Undying. He just needs 1, 2, 3. That's all it's going to be, and the Poros pop. Another win for CIS.